my Daisy friends. Man, it's been forever since we've gotten to see each other. I miss you guys so much. Unfortunately, it's going to be a little longer before we get to see each other again. So I thought that I'd make some videos and give you some activities so that you can earn some badges on your own at home. So let's start off the way we do every time we meet, with our Girl Scout promise. On my honor, I will try to serve God and my country, to help people at all times, and to live by the Girl Scout law. Now today we're going to work on one of our Petal badges. So that's our green badge, and we will go ahead and read our law to see what that badge is going to teach us about. I will do my best to be honest and fair, friendly and helpful, considerate and caring, courageous and strong, responsible for what I say and do, and to respect myself and others, respect authority, and use resources wisely. So that's going to be our badge today. We're going to read Clover's story, and I'll have a little activity for you to help you practice using your resources wisely. Bye, guys. Okay, so let's start our green petal by reading Clover's story. And let's learn about using resources wisely. A visit to the busy, buzzy bees. The sun had just appeared in the sky when the flower friends woke up and got ready for another fun day. Chatting and laughing, they each helped wash Lupe's petal-powered car. I love it when the car looks all shiny and clean in the sun, Zinni said. And Clover's idea to collect rainwater in pails means we don't waste water. Vi added. That was smart, Clover. Clover blushed. I'm happy anytime I can think of ways to use things wisely, she said. Now let's go on our trip. I can't wait to give you a tour of my friend Henry's honeybee garden. Clover hopped into the driver's seat of the car. The petal-powered car ran on flower power. Every part of the flower helped the car go. A few minutes later, the flower friends arrived at the garden. Clover and her friends headed over to a patch of beehives. Swarms of black and yellow honeybees flew around them. The honeybees live in hives, Clover explained, but they love to fly around outside too. How do bees make honey? Zinni asked. First, bees gather nectar from plants and flowers, Clover told them. Then they store it in a honeycomb to make honey. One of the honeybees flew by. We love buzzing around flowers, she said, and we like turning flower nectar into something sweet to eat. Can anybody think of what there is that is sweet to eat that is made by bees? Just then, Clover's friend Henry flew over, carrying several jars. Hi, Clover, Henry said. I have a surprise for you. Since you always help me take such good care of the garden, here is some honey for you and your friends. Thanks, Henry, Clover said. What should we do with our honey? Zinni asked Clover. Clover thought for a moment. I know, she replied. Let's throw a tea party when we get back. Do you like having honey in your tea? I like it in mine. Back at the garden, Clover called the other flower friends over. Hey, everyone, Clover called out. We brought some honey back from the beekeeper's garden. We can use the honey in our tea, and we can make a honey dip using our leftover yogurt and apples, she added. That's a great idea, Gloria said. It's smart to use our leftover food instead of throwing it away, and the dip will be tasty too. Thanks for taking us to visit the beekeeper's garden, Clover, Vi said. I'm glad you had fun, Clover said. A few bees flew past their table. They were flying to the daisy flower garden. And thank you for making all our honey, Clover called to them. The end. What did you learn from Clover's story? Can you think of any parts of the story where the flower friends used their resources wisely? I can think of when Clover collected the rainwater to wash the car so they didn't have to use extra water. Or did you think about when the flower friends used honey and instead of throwing away the leftovers, they made something else with it? That's the important thing to learn from Clover's story. When we reuse things, or when we use all of something instead of throwing it away, then we are using our resources wisely. So for our project today, we're gonna make something out of something that was left over. So in your packet for this badge, you should have 3 pieces of fabric. This is fleece fabric. You should have that tied up like that. They might be different colors, but this fabric was all leftover fabric. I like to sew a lot of things, and when I sew clothes or blankets, sometimes there are scraps of fabric left over that I can't use for the project that I'm working on. So I save those scraps and I try to make something different out of them. So today I'm going to show you how to make a dog toy out of this fleece. Instead of throwing this fleece away where it would just go in a landfill and be bad for our earth, we're going to use this fleece and we can either give it to our own dogs or we can collect them and take them to the animal shelter. So let's get started. What we're going to do is we're going to braid this fleece. So if you have a clipboard makes it a little bit easier because you can clip it there into place. If you don't have a clipboard, you could ask mommy or daddy or a friend that's close by or a sibling to hold it for you, but it's easier if the top of the knot is secured so it doesn't move around. So once that's clipped in, you can spread the 3 pieces out. So we're just going to do a braid. If you already know how to braid, you can just go ahead and do it, and if you don't know how to braid, I can show you. We're going to take this piece on the right and fold it over the piece in the middle. And now this one becomes the middle one. Now we go and take the piece on the left and fold it over the piece in the middle. And now this one has become the middle one. So now we take the green, fold it over, and the green becomes the middle. Now the teal, fold it over, and the teal becomes the middle. Now when you're doing it, you want to, if it's really loose, you want to try to tighten it up. So if you pull them all tight at the same time, it makes it all tighter up here. Now we'll go some more. Purple into the middle, green into the middle, teal into the middle, and pull them all tight. Purple to the middle, green to the middle, teal to the middle, and pull them all tight. I think we can do one more braid before we tie it off. Purple to the middle, green to the middle, teal to the middle, and pull them all tight. So once it's nice and tight, that makes a little rope. That's just perfect for little dogs to chew on and play tug of war with. So we're going to gather all the strings together. And this is a little tricky, but make a circle around your fingers. And then wrap it around, push it all the way up. Make sure you have 1, 2, 3, you pull them tight all the way down. And see how the knot's on the braid? If I keep pulling on that knot, more of the braid comes out, and that leaves more of a toy for your dog. All right, and there we go. And now we've taken something that would have gone in the garbage and we've made something useful out of it. And I bet there's a dog somewhere named Muffin who is going to love her new toy. All right, there you go, guys. We'll see you in the next video.